What's up, galera? It's Roel with Ginga and Grow Strong, and I'm back with a tutorial. It was super windy today. Today we are doing Negativa, actually Negativa de Costa, which means Negativa to the back, and using it as a transition, some cool moves, whether you're using it for your capoeira, your ground movement, your body movement, your primal movement, or just for good core exercise. Don't forget to take the 90-second survey below and check out my free course. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, make sure you know your 3 basic kicks. I'll put a link in the description so that you can go check those out. Queixada, Armada, both sides. Armada left and Armada right. Okay. Also, meia lua de compasso, left and right. And then the easiest one, which is meia lua de frente, or we call it passo pé. Make sure you do that both sides. And once again, I'll put a link in the description so that you can access those. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Technique number 1. Okay, we're going to land any kick to the back, pivot on that leg, spin around to the back to Bazi, and then do whatever acrobatic that we're going to do. In this case, we're using Awu. Okay, so no, we're not going into Negativa just yet. We're calling this switcher. This is what Mestre Advogado, my master, called it. I don't know why. It's just what it is. But it teaches you how to pivot correctly and create space. And in this case, we're using Awu de cabeça. We used Awu. And just to give you an example of how you can use it, right? In this last one, we'll use, let's do Awu de frente. Use switcher and Awu, and we'll go and do some things at regular speed so you can see how we do it. Shada, switcher, Awu batido. You know, and you can just get as creative as you want. I'm just showing you some basic examples. Spin around and Awu de frente. Okay. I also have a tutorial that I just did on Awu de frente. Spin, switcher, and Awu de cabeça. All right, that's technique strategy number 1 with Negativa de Costa. Now we're legitimately going to do a Negativa de Costa. This time we're going to melt into it. So we land correctly, spin our hips after we've landed our leg, and then in this case we're going to add piked Giro de cabeça, or piked head spin. So again, we land our foot, then we switch our hips into Negativa de Costa, or I like to call it Meltdown, and then we do whatever acrobatic. And in this case we're doing piked head spin, which I like. So again, land the foot, spin, and Giro de cabeça piked. Alright. Now, here's a couple examples of what it looks like at regular speed. Now we're going to add Giro de cabeça spinning to the back. So I'll land, melt down into Negativa de Costa, enter my Giro de cabeça to the back, and make sure you swing around your outside leg, in this case the left leg, into Negativa to come out clean on the other side. Boom, melt. Okay. Enter your Giro de cabeça, and make sure you land your outside leg to come out clean. Now, slowly, it doesn't look that impressive, but once we put it in motion at regular speed, it looks pretty impressive, right? As you fly, as you float into the next move. Let's look at that one more time at regular speed. Boom. Enter Giro de cabeça to the back. All right. One more time. Armada, land, Negativa de Costa, and this one we're going to add in a transition with Queda de Rins. If this is a whole nother thing that'll smooth out your game. Okay, I'm going to get you ready for the next 2 techniques, because we're going to use this as one of the transitions. Okay, melt down, use a Queda de Rins to transition back to regular Negativa facing forward, and we'll just go Bazi for now, because we're about to use it. Okay, so in this next one, we're going to land with our hips already turned. So we don't land the kick until we've turned our hips. So one more time, take a look. I land facing backwards already. Now, I like to look under my armpit at my opponent. That's the difference, okay? So this is the 3rd technique. First we did switcher, then we did melt, and now we're landing immediately in Negativa de Costa. Acrobatic, we'll use moendo, or CDO guys call this volta pra cima. Right, so again, we land immediately already in that position. And then we go to our acrobatic. I like to use this one, moenda or volta pra cima. Very smooth. Okay, we'll give you a few more options to use with landing the hips to the back. Armada, land our hips already facing backwards. Now, as we transition here, we could sit in Negativa facing forward. You could use an S-dobrado just like that. Okay, so again, land our hips to the back. Escapa, which is much more simpler. Just in case you can't do S-dobrado, land at the back, escapa the leg, and now we can go to our final one, which is called loop. So the leg comes out. It creates a little loop circle as an accentuation to the move. Okay, we can add in whatever we want. In this case, S-dobrado. So again, we'll use the loop transition. There's a little circle, comes out. Sit negativa, and we could use S-dobrado. Or we could bail out S-dobrado and go into our Helicoptero Transition. Boom. Fake, bail out, and go into our S-dobrado. Take the 90-second survey. Check out the links in the description. Bora. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Jinga and grow strong.